Let's go. Cheer!
Welcome to the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, July 20th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Phoenice Monitor today, we'll talk to Annie Chandler. She's swimming for the U.S. in the upcoming World University Games. Annie joins us right now in the Phoenice Monitor from Tucson, Arizona. Hi, Annie. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm good. And you, Peter?
Good, thank you. Paris was good to you. Lifetime bests, not even at your big meet of the year.
Paris, yes. Paris was interesting. It was, I expected to swim fast, but the first couple days we didn't really hold back. We let ourselves do some sightseeing, and then Matt and I both panicked a little bit because we were really sore just from walking around the city. And because in Tucson it's too hot to even, we're really not in walking shape, as pitiful as that sounds. So we were sore just from walking around the area. We were staying in northern Paris, so that's like the entertainment district. So it was impossible to keep ourselves cooped up. So we got to see the city and also swim some good times. Turned out to be a great experience.
That's wonderful. Now you had to do a swim off just to make it into the final. Then you win the 100 breaststroke, again with a lifetime best time. And you just said you expected to swim fast. Why is that? Were you tapered at all, or you weren't shaved?
Yeah, I actually did shave for the meet, and this is kind of a new type of training for me. I've been training with Rick DeMont, our sprint coach, for the past year, and I guess I would call it a taper. Matt said that he didn't feel like we were fully rested, but we also blew that taper just by walking around the first 2 days. I was pretty shocked because I was really trying hard, and afterwards I was kind of thinking, well, crap, I'm supposed to feel a lot better than this, and I felt like it was still 3 in the morning when I was swimming. So then I found out about the swim off from Sarah L. Beckery, who I swam with here at Arizona. She was an exchange student here my senior year, and one of my good friends and training partners, and she came over and told me about the swim off, and I was shocked because I knew it wasn't a fast morning swim, but I didn't think I'd be just on the outside of making the final. So she told me, because I didn't hear the announcement because everything was in French, and easily make it into top 8 and race each other, not race each other for the 8th spot. So we were bummed that we had to do that, and I just barely beat her by 4/100ths. And after that morning, I didn't really have huge expectations for the night. I was just thinking, well, maybe, hopefully I'll be more awake tonight, but I wasn't expecting a best time, so I was very happy with that.
Well, sometimes fast swims come when we least expect them.
Yeah.
I just want to apologize real quick. We're having a little bit of a connection issue, but we'll continue on here. So, Andy, you're going to the World University Games. Do you expect to win the gold medal there in the 100 breast?
I guess I haven't put too much thought into places there, but now that I think about it, yes, I would love to win that. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting summer because I'm definitely resting for nationals here in a couple weeks, but I'm going to try and carry that on through World U's, and I'm expecting to swim fast there because I know it's going to feel like a big meet, but there's not too much pressure there. So I'm excited about the circumstances.
Who do you predict as winners in Shanghai for the World Championships?
In the 100?
In the 100.
200? I'm not that much of a swim nerd anymore. I don't look too closely at other people's progress until...
Well, let me ask you this. Do you believe with confidence that you have a good shot of making the Olympic team in the 100?
I do. Because I know that I was kind of at a crossroads last summer. I was deciding if I wanted to keep swimming or not. And because it's 2 years, the Olympics were 2 years away, and I was thinking, you know, that's still quite a bit of my life, 2 years, to give up to the sport. And after mulling it over for a while, I decided that I know that I have more in me, and I just couldn't quit swimming before seeing what that was. So I know I went a personal best in Paris, but it didn't feel that satisfying because it was by 7/100ths, and I feel like I still have chunks of time to drop. So I guess I'm still waiting on that breakthrough swim.
Well, we might see it here in the next few weeks.
I'd like that.
Your longtime boyfriend, Matt Grevers, not at the World Championships either. A little unexpected last summer. He admittedly had a down summer. Has that made him hungrier, you think?
I think so. I think it was, at the time, it was a miserable experience for him because Matt really doesn't have too many bad meets. And so that was, you know, it's tough to look at it in a positive light at the time. But I think it was definitely good for him. It was hard for him. He came to Pan Pacs and watched, and I know he hated it. He hates being in the stands. He's the most competitive person I know, and for him to not have that opportunity to show what he's got just killed him. So I think he's got some fast swims ahead of him at nationals.
Annie, thank you for joining us. Good luck to you the rest of the summer.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, that's Annie Chandler joining us in the Finis Monitor from Tucson. That is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.